So from science to maths to arts, it's all based on logic, imagination, and rational thinking.
Yeah, of course. No, like Marcel Proust wants to talk about the perspectives and the way of looking at things.
Hey, you're watching the second episode of Coach,
Hi, I am Chidai,
and I'm Radha.
and today we are going to dive in the wonderful world of philosophy.
Origin and background. Can you just tell us something about the origin of philosophy?
Well, I personally think that there is no specific origin of philosophy because as it's a vast subject, there are many origins and it's pretty debatable, you know.
Oh yeah, so philosophy as a subject, it is mainly about the human consciousness, right?
Right.
So when human beings developed a consciousness and started questioning the things around them, we can say that philosophy was born. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess that's why Aristotle also said that human beings are rational beings and social beings. So basically, that was the beginning of philosophy, and from there, humans started to think their existence and all these things.
Yeah.
They started questioning, basically. Yeah.
Yes. So because of that questioning, we are here where we are right now.
Of course.
Yeah. So like the main difference between us and animals, we can say that it's philosophy, because when we started to question things, the origin of things, or why these things are the way they are, and how we can make them better, we differentiated from the animal species. Do you
Of
agree
course.
with that?
Yeah. I do agree. So basically, you can break down philosophy into two different words: philo and sophy. Philo means love, and sophy means wisdom.
Okay, so lover of wisdom.
Yeah, exactly. It's love for wisdom, and philosopher is lover for wisdom. But philosophy can be also defined in different ways or different words, and those are way of living life or love for wisdom, obviously. And it's a pretty open subject, so
Yeah. Yes, that philosophy, which means like a lover of wisdom.
Yeah.
So in philosophy, the basic thing that we are doing is trying to understand different perspectives and trying to gain wisdom from understanding those different perspectives.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. That was origin and background. So, Chirayu, I have a basic question.
Okay.
There is a stigma around philosophy. So, like, in any question asked in philosophy, the answer is always yes, and also no, and also maybe. So, like, what's the matter with that?
I guess this is a pretty common question to all the students of philosophy and to philosophy professors. But this is pretty much true, I guess, because philosophy is also known as mother of all sciences. And all the subjects that you see today, like everything, like literally everything that you see today was a part of philosophy sometime.
Yeah.
Initially it was a part of philosophy, and then it slowly
Branched out.
branched out. Exactly. So that's why there are all these things. Basically, philosophy accepts all the answers. It tries to acknowledge all the answers. Just we need to have some logic behind it and rational thinking. That's all.
Yeah.
You just need the rational thinking.
Yeah, so you need logic, rational thinking, and also an imaginative ability, right?
Yeah,
To understand different perspectives.
Yeah, in the first place, if there was no imaginative ability, I don't think so. All the science today would have been discovered.
Yeah. So, like, philosophy is known as the mother of all sciences.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a brief idea of why?
Yeah. So basically, philosophy is known as mother of all sciences because today, if we see, philosophy works on rational methods, and all the sciences works on empirical methods. But at some point, they have a connection between them. They collide, and they converge, and that's the time. Like that point is known as asking questions.
Yeah.
In the first place, you need to ask questions, and then you will get the answers using different methods.
Yes.
So philosophy uses rational methods, science uses empirical methods.
Empirical methods. Empirical methods are mainly like experiments empirical method, I'm more familiar with the empirical method because I'm a science student. So we basically start with asking questions, which is similar in philosophy. Yeah. Then, in order to find those questions, we do experiments and everything, and then we come to a conclusion. So, is philosophy true to that?
Well, in sciences there are experiments
Yeah.
and experiences. In philosophy, it's completely based on logic.
Logic.
How you think, what's the perspective behind your thinking, the intention, all these things fall under philosophy.
Yeah.
So all these things are analyzed, reviewed while coming to the solutions.
Yeah.
So that's the reason maybe you don't get a definite yes or no, and
Yeah.
that's why it's more in
Somewhere
between
in
grey.
between.
Yeah.
In a grey area,
In a grey,
right?
right.
Yeah, yeah. So philosophy basically encompasses everything that we know, from sciences to maths to even arts apparently. If you can think about it, the logic and perspective view of arts. So that's why philosophy is the origin of every perspective. So there is yes, also there is no, also there is maybe also, because it is the mother of all sciences.
Of course, and I guess that's the beauty of philosophy.
Yeah,
So,
that's the beauty of philosophy. It's very beautiful. So, Chirayu, I have another question actually. So, as we discussed, philosophy is an extremely open subject, and it is a grey area, and it encompasses almost everything there is. So, there are all perspectives are included in philosophy. So, the questions that we ask in philosophy, how can we find answers if everything is there already?
Well, that's a pretty good question actually, and it's generally asked to every philosophy student or a person who calls himself philosopher, herself philosopher, or any philosophy professor. Because even we have the same question, to be honest, and I'm so glad that there are some branches of philosophy or
Some pillars of philosophy.
Yeah, pillars of philosophy that help you to find your answers, that guide you your way to finding answers. You can call them as signals or boundaries, anything.
Yeah.
So basically, they are metaphysics, epistemology, and ethics.
Yeah.
Metaphysics talks about the questions behind reality. Epistemology, on the other hand, talks about the questions behind knowledge. And both of these branches are really go hand in hand, basically.
Okay.
They are interconnected, you can say. And then there is ethics and moral philosophy. This is the third main branch or important branch of philosophy. In this branch, we talk about the questions about choices and questions like what the society expects, what the family expects, what you yourself expect from yourself.
Yeah.
I hope that wasn't too confusing, but
Like values and everything.
values and everything,
So
exactly.
the social system humans have built for humans.
Yeah, and so I would like to add a small point about social societies and all the society norms and stuff. All these things are a part of intersubjective reality.
Okay.
And so like just a small introduction. So there are three types of realities. There is
Okay.
subjective, so like your personal reality.
Yeah.
Then there is intersubjective reality, which we both share.
Yeah.
For example, traffic signals, all the rules
Society
and
norms,
regulations.
manners and everything.
Exactly. And then there is objective reality, which deals with science, like gravity. Then there is planets,
Yeah,
the existence of Earth. I can say.
So we can't debate the objective reality.
Yeah, we have to accept it, no
Yeah.
matter what. It is going to be there. It's like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. You can't really say 2 plus 2 is equal to 5.
Even though it's philosophy, we can't still say
Yeah,
that.
because then there won't be any pillars and boundaries.
Yeah,
Like you can say 2 plus 2 is equal to 5, but then it's like
it's not true.
it's not true. It won't be acceptable according to science as well as philosophy because there's no logic behind it.
Yeah. So yeah, philosophy has logic.
Yeah.
So I think so that's the basic stigma that every person has of philosophy, that philosophy is not logical at all and it's anything and everything, and that confuses a lot of people. But as you said, like philosophy, the logic is a base of philosophy.
Exactly. We can see that logic, rationality, and imagination, all three things
Combined.
when combined, they form the base of philosophy.
Oh yeah, the foundation.
The
of
foundation of
philosophy.
philosophy.
Yeah,
That's a ground on which we all work.
yeah.
We-
Everything. So from science to maths to arts, it's all based on logic, imagination, and rational thinking.
Yeah, of course. And I would like to talk about metaphysics and epistemology.
Yeah.
Metaphysics, as I said, the branch deals with the questions about reality, and epistemology deals with the questions about knowledge. So there are three main questions about metaphysics, epistemology, and ethics and moral philosophy. It is what is, how do you know it is, and what can you do with the knowledge? Of knowing you,
Yeah.
of the knowledge, basically.
So like that's the process of philosophy.
Yeah.
In order to ask questions, you have to first ask what it is, then what's the second question?
Yeah, so it's pretty confusing, right?
Yeah.
So the first question is what is, second is how do you know it is,
Yeah. How do you know it is?
and third one is what can you do with the knowledge?
That it is.
Yeah, that it is, or
Wow.
you knowing it is.
You knowing it is. Wow, that's a great thing. Actually, we can just transcribe it into science. Like what is, we are just finding what is, and how do you know it is? The observational tools and experiments, and what are you going to do with that knowledge? That's the application of science. That's technology. So like, I'm just relating this to science because I know science. That's the only thing. That's why we can actually imprint this on any subject that we know, even psychology, right?
Yeah, of course. And a fun fact about psychology happens to be like the last branch, the last branched out subject
Originated from philosophy.
originated from philosophy.
Yeah, great. So actually, I had another realization while you were talking. You talked about subjective reality, intersubjective reality, and objective reality. So the objective reality that we all know is true right now, which is like gravity or the theories of science, all of these were once a subjective reality of some person.
Yeah, so true, and that's the reason why philosophy is so important and also called as mother of all sciences, because all the scientists, all the people who were thinking, questioning in a logical and rational way,
Yeah.
they were the philosophers.
They were philosophers, really.
Yeah.
It was their subjective reality which then became intersubjective and then it became objective. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it was just a fun fact. Philosophizing. Yes. Another interesting thing about philosophy is that we can philosophize quotes and experiences that we have.
Yeah, of course, we can philosophize anything and everything.
Anything and everything. That's the quote for philosophy now, I guess. Anything and everything. So yes, what are we doing today?
So philosophizing, what philosophizing is exactly? It's basically the verb of philosophy.
Yeah.
We are trying to analyze, trying to give our different perspectives and have a conversation, basically, a discussion,
Yeah.
which is also known in Sanskrit as samavad. So basically, we are trying to philosophize a quote today. It is by Marcel Proust. He's a French novelist. He was a French novelist, and the quote is: "The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes." And so I'll just repeat the quote. The real voyage of discovery consists not in having new landscapes, but in having new eyes.
Wow, in having new eyes. Yes. So let's do it. Let's philosophize.
Let's
Okay.
philosophize. Okay. So what I feel after reading this quote is like Marcel Proust wants to talk about the perspectives and the way of looking at things, because he says that landscapes are basically the things or experiences we experience every day.
Yeah.
And people always think that they are going through a really boring life and
Repetitive life.
repetitive life in today's time.
Very exciting world.
Today it's exciting, but at the same time we are doing the same routine, going through the same routine.
Mundane routine.
Yeah, Monday routine. And at the same time, I feel if we see at the same things in a different way, there are so many things happening new, like new things are happening, but we just need new eyes,
Yeah.
new perspective. While looking at out of this window, maybe I'll see a green.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you saw. I'll see trees. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I see a bat. So there are some random things happening around you, and
Yeah.
catching these random things is having new perspectives.
Yes. having a perspective. So right, so now we can just take that example of a bat right now. I saw a bat and I was very happy. Perhaps when you saw a bat, it was like it's night time now. I should go home and do something else. Yeah. So the different perspectives in seeing the same thing, that is a bat. So that was also it. And can I also share my wow? Can I also share my perspective on this?
Yeah, of course. That's the basic point of
philosophizing. Yes. So yeah, like having new eyes. In today's world, through many social media apps and short videos, the world is getting fast. So like we have a really fast. So we have a very tight routine and we are doing many things and we are always
it's a chaos basically.
Yeah, it's chaos and everybody is always busy and everybody wants something fast. The slow, repetitive, mundane things, we never experience the beauty of them. We instead choose to go for the fast and instant happiness things that we get. And that's why we have developed a perspective of looking for new things. So now this thing, I've already saw this. Now I'm going to go for new thing. Now I'm going to go for another new thing. I'm going to discover something else.
Right.
The new landscape. We forget that we have just not even dipped our toe into the subjects that we have already discovered. We are just looking onto them with a fresh set of eyes. If we truly go into the depths of every subject, we realize how beautiful it is and how beautiful life is. And that's the motto of Coach!
Yeah!
This is, good transition. Yeah, so that was my perspective on this quote.
Yeah, I completely agree with it, and I guess you really did the philosophizing. Like we did the philosophizing exercise in a very
conversation.
Yeah. It's supposed to happen in that way actually.
Yeah.
And sharing perspectives, analyzing them, maybe acknowledging
different perspectives. Yeah. So what different perspectives can you have? Do you think? So I have a different perspective on this sentence only. So nowadays, I've learned that there are two. Okay, I'll just give a metaphor. Okay. So like there is a toad and there is a eagle. As persons, okay. A toad is a person who goes into the details of every subject and looks into the earth. And an eagle, he has an eagle eye view. He looks at everything from an overall perspective. He doesn't know the details, but he knows everything from an overall perspective.
Right.
So nowadays, it is like you don't have to be a toad. A toad doesn't have any value right now. So like specific doctors and engineers, there are many doctors and many engineers around the world now. And toads are not that, special.
Right.
Nowadays, if you're an eagle, if you have an eagle eye view, then you can innovate and then you can have different perspectives. So an eagle is not looking into the details. So like he's not having new eyes and looking into the details, but instead he's trying to find new landscapes.
Right.
So this is a different perspective. How can we combat this for once?
Well, I don't know why I'm so convinced with this idea of Marcel Proust because it happens to be one of my favorite quotes. So it's hard. And listening to the
contradiction.
Yeah, contradiction.
But that's philosophy.
Yeah, of course, and that's the reason I'm trying to understand the perspective behind this thing.
Yes.
When you try to read, of course, Marcel Proust didn't write it yesterday. It was a great time ago when people were trying to go into the depths and trying to analyze everything.
Yeah.
Of course, because there were the conditions at that time were different than today's world. And I think this is a pretty good point, and I should. We should talk about this more, and we should acknowledge this side as well.
Yes, so like this philosophy, that my point, which was like eagle eyes view, it is also valid, and your point about details and having new eyes, it is also valid.
Right.
So you get it. Real time. Philosophy is inclusive, but it's not coding.
Yeah.
Yes. We are at the end of the segment where we are discussing our thoughts. Yes.
And thoughts, in itself is a deep word. So
Yeah.
I think it completely relates and goes with philosophy.
Yes.
I think I would like to share an experience rather than expressing my thoughts in this,
Segment.
in this segment. So how I was introduced to philosophy. Fortunately, I got introduced to philosophy at a pretty young age, I guess. When I was in 7th or 8th, I was trying to write something and slowly turned philosophical. Then one of my uncle, I call him Chacha, so he took me deeper and deeper into philosophy. We talk about respecting each other's perspectives. There can be more answers to one question. All these things are small bits of philosophy.
Yeah.
And they are lying around us. You just need to have those eyes.
Set of eyes. Yeah.
Those set of eyes, and you need to catch those bits.
Things. Yeah. So you were introduced to philosophy at a very young age. Yeah, that's right. I wasn't introduced to philosophy at a young age. I was introduced to science, but that's basically philosophy as we talked about.
Yeah, it's just a child of philosophy, or everything is philosophy.
Yes, everything is philosophy. Yes. So what my thoughts are on philosophy is that it's a largely misunderstood concept. It is actually the origin of everything, and I didn't even know this. Like, I didn't even know that philosophy was the mother of all sciences till it was in my textbook. And I didn't know what philosophy was. Initially, I just thought it was just mythology and thinking about things that are not objectively true, and are just like, they are just wasting their time thinking about things and it doesn't matter. And now I'm introduced to the thing that if we use the values or the principles of philosophy in everything that we do, we can do it in anything, even the shooting of this video. Apparently, we used philosophy for the shooting of this video. What happened was that we had a location for our video and we had everything set up and everything went well and good. But Indradev, the god of thunder, chose to rain today for not 1 hour, not 2 hours, but consecutively 4 hours. And we had to abandon that location because it did not have a roof and it was open roof because philosophy is an open subject. Then we had a different objective. We were here practicing for our video, and with a new set of eyes, we discovered that this place is also good enough.
We captured this place. I think it has a pretty open window.
Yeah, so very open window, but with cages, which are the pillars of philosophy.
Yeah.
So see, this is better. Oh my God, what happened? So see, this is better. This is better than what we had initially planned. So if we just apply the principles of philosophy in everything that we do, our life will become easier.
Yeah, of course. And like people think that philosophers, they are just people who have random time and they just want to waste time. It's not wasting time, it's basically investing time in rational thinking, getting clarity, understanding the subject and going into the roots of the subject.
Yeah.
Is what I think. Because that's my perspective. And there could be other perspectives as well.
And we can acknowledge them as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, right. So those were our thoughts about philosophy.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching this video.
Yeah, and all the interesting links that we find are down in the description.
Yes.
So you can take a look.
Yeah, take a look for yourself if you are interested in philosophy. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook, the links are down below. Follow Chirayu on Instagram at @ChirayuRasane.
Yeah, the link is below in the description. And please subscribe to Coach's YouTube channel.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Bye bye.